Welcome to Leading Organizations That Matter, a podcast about leadership and how we find meaning and joy in our work and lives. I'm Ray Spadoni, and today's topic is, Does Faith Fit? The title of this week's episode is a question, not because I'm going to propose an answer. It's an actual question that I've been pondering, and I'm honestly just seeking some feedback. So if you're inclined to engage, I'd love to hear from you. You can find me at rayspadoni.com. My question has to do with faith in our culture on social media platforms, especially LinkedIn, and in industry. For the vast majority of my career, let me correct that, for the entirety of my career, I kept my personal faith and my professional life separated, like two distinct rooms with a locked door in between them. I held the key and rarely, if ever, opened up that door. This has definitely been true of my professional writing, podcasting, speaking, consulting, and coaching. But anybody who knows how to use a search engine will quickly learn that faith is important to me. I don't hide that fact. I couldn't if I wanted to, actually. But I always kept the door locked and let each room remain distinct. But then something funny happened. The door started to open up a bit. Now, maybe this has to do with the fact that people, especially young people, are returning to church. Many have felt lost, abandoned, and frustrated with the popular culture and are searching for something different, something durable and everlasting. They seek the great adventure, and in ways that today's culture doesn't seem to satisfy. Churches are full again. So maybe what I'm talking about here is a broader phenomenon, but let me break down what has been going on over here. People reach out to me all the time and ask to be interviewed on this podcast. I've done a bunch of those, but since I get great traction and resulting metrics from my brief essay style episodes, I don't do a ton of interviews. And frankly, so many people who ask to be on my show are selling something, and I don't want this podcast to become about all that. So I've been selective. Over time, a few people have reached out on the topic of faith. The first was episode 64 with Matthew Potter, founder of Pray.com. Episode 69 was with a few folks from something called the Ignatian Project. And then on a few other shows, guests who were discussing decidedly non-faith related issues brought faith up themselves, and sometimes in very powerful ways, in ways I didn't prompt by my questions. So here's the thing. These have been very popular episodes, my most popular. And because I always provide announcements of the shows on LinkedIn, I also get to see which shows attract the most attention there too. And guess what? The faith ones are the ones that most people listen to and comment on. Also, I was interviewed myself on a podcast recently to discuss the fact that I am leading a Camino de Santiago pilgrimage to the burial site of St. James the Apostle this fall. This got tons of LinkedIn engagement, impressions as they call them, plus a lot of comments. The door connecting the rooms is slowly opening. Now, the well-exercised part of me that holds the key and is a good bit skeptical about all this thinks maybe I should just carry on as I have in the past. But then again, the part of me that sees the metrics and hears the comments and favors authenticity wonders if something is afoot. If there's more room for faith here and on LinkedIn and out there in the working world. Not in an in your face, preach from the mountaintops, you sinners of the world, repent and be free sort of way, but more subtly, just to talk about it. like it's no big deal, like it belongs, and as though the doorway is wide open. What do you think? Thanks for listening. Leaving a positive review and letting others know about this podcast will help a great deal. My mission is to help empower organizations that matter by supporting those who lead them. I offer coaching, mentoring, and consulting services. You can learn more about me and my work at raysbedoni.com.